Alon, Wasalon, you with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another extra, another, man, this the one. This the one, this Kemetic lifestyle, this spirituality, if we really dig deep into it, it's a blueprint. You feel me? It's a blueprint to heaven. It's a blueprint into a successful afterlife. You know, I done gave you. Let me rephrase that. Whom we pray to have given you a message from this vessel, from this soul of mine. You know, control your thoughts. You get what I'm saying? Then have given up another message, control your actions. You feel what I'm saying? You get those two things. I'm gonna give you a scenario from yesterday. I'm laying here trying to sleep, and I don't woke up to a vision. I don't stabbed somebody trying to turn my knob. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna be actually. I laughed about it. I really did. I laughed about it. And then I thought about it. I said, man, you need a little bit more rest, before you get up and move around. So, like I said, like in my post I said, let me go on back to sleep and see what else I can do. Maybe I can go on and do some other, stuff in the name of whom I pray to. For real, for real. You get what I'm saying? And if I'm doing it in my sleep, and it's not a reality, come on, man, that's a warning to anyone. You understand me? That is a warning to anyone. Don't ever turn my knob, and don't ever think I won't hurt you. You're wrong. You get me? You're wrong. The biggest part about it, I can sleep with it. Because if I couldn't sleep with it, I wouldn't have went back to sleep. Now let's go on and get into this third extra. And this third extra is about devotion and purpose. Now, for those that don't know what devotion is, let's roll. Let's look it up. Love, you get it? Loyalty or enthusiasm for a person, activity, or cause. His courage and devotion on duty never wavered. Eleanor's devotion to her husband. Now we're gonna get into to the next part because it said religious worship or observance. The order's aim was to live a life of devotion, devotions, prayers, or religious observance. She went to her devotions. Now let's get in purpose. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa, come on now, why you do that? You did something different today. It keep going somewhere else, but I'm gonna do this one more time, and I'm gonna just put in. Okay, purpose. The reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. The purpose of the meeting is to appoint a trustee. The building is no longer needed for its original purpose. You have another way, design or intent. The clinic was specifically purposed for that age group. You have another one, have something as one's intention or objective. So let me say this to you right quick, you know what I mean? We all have a purpose upon this rock, right? And if you really, in my readings, if you're really on my accounts, you know, I believe that once your purpose is done up on this rock you call home, you get what I'm saying? Your purpose. We all have a reason of being here. You understand? We all have something to do. You're going to have to figure out what your something to do is. You know, I figured out is to save a life. All of us out here are to save a life. You get what I'm saying? I know that if the scriptures are true and exact, how many lives you think Jesus has saved? Many, a multitude of. Because there's a lot of people that you're not going to steer them away from Jesus. You just not. They're going to try their best to walk in Jesus' light. They're going to try their best to mimic everything about Jesus that they know. You get it? You understand? Jesus had a purpose. Boom. Jesus was very devotional. You get what I'm saying? To whom we pray to. You get it? You understand? Loyalty. You get what I'm saying? Trust the word of whom was speaking to him. You understand what I'm saying? How many of y'all trust the word of anyone? None of y'all. None of y'all. None. You get what I'm saying? You live by the law. This is the mental law you live by. If I can see it, I can believe it. And now you're living by the law of switching that around and saying to yourself, everything I see, I don't believe. Right? Everything I hear, I don't believe. Am I BS in the world? No, I'm not BS in the world. You know, you better believe in something. You get what I'm saying? Do I have to turn this banner? Do I have to peel this banner back and give you another lesson about these 4 words behind me? Let go, belief, faith, strength. Let go, belief, faith, strength. You better get to believing in something. You get me? You should let go a lot of hate that you have in your heart. You should let go a lot of mistrust you have in your heart for people that you don't know. You get what I'm saying? You don't know me. You understand what I'm saying? There should not be a wall of negativity putting in front of you towards me. There should not be a wall of negativity I put on towards you. I don't know you. You get me? I do know how far to go in my trust until I get to know you. You understand what I'm saying? I do know that. And to you women, you know, since you have so many relationship issues, to you women, since you have so many relationship issues, how about you do this when you meet that man? When you meet that man that make you feel warm inside, you get me? And I ain't talking about warm inside because his physical appearance, you know what I'm saying, got you moist. I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about that feeling of love. Why don't you ask that man? Stop asking yourself. Stop asking your friend. Stop asking your mama, your daddy. You get me? Ask that man, what is your purpose? Purpose. Purpose. You get me? Purpose in my life. See if it matches up. See if what comes out that man's mouth verbally matches up physically. You understand what I'm saying? It should match up, right? Because if that man in your life to love you, then that means that that man should understand every action you do, right or wrong. I don't care if it's wrong. There should be some understanding at the end of the day, right? Right? It shouldn't be no big feud. It shouldn't be no big argument. There should be something there that says, okay, let me shut my mouth up. Let this woman talk. let me pay attention and let me get an understanding why this decision was made. Because just because, let's say I'm the person that you know is with this woman, just because this woman has made a mistake, you get what I'm saying? A mistake does not mean that it still shouldn't be understood why this mistake was made. Because in her moment, in her time, maybe it seemed right, but tomorrow or the next week or the next month or the next year, it came back and hindered her. And that's where communication comes in. You feel me? Communication, because if you was there to communicate with this woman about her decisions, just maybe she wouldn't have made it. So once again, what part do you play in the relationship of your woman making bad decisions? And your part was not being there. You get it? Not being there. And sometimes not being there is that woman not having enough confidence in you helping her make the right decisions. Look, you've been with the nasty pastor, and it's been another extra. You got me? Another extra that should save your life. I'm out, and I love you.